has been a trying week for all of us and a couple other people on our team. And
Just a little bit, just a wee bit. Little
and
bit.
so we were just really talking about like we have been through so much in the last like year with accounts and just trying to like
Has it been
literally
longer than a year? I feel like it's been longer than a year. What month is it? Like it's been hard.
we all
It's
lost our accounts at like end of November, beginning of December. That's when they all went
okay.
down.
So yeah, it's been a year. It's been a year.
In
Yeah.
a solid year now.
Yeah.
That we've been fighting for our lives out here in the social media streets. And that's one thing about working online where you don't have control if they hit the button and say the AI robot is like, uh-oh, like you got to go, like there's nothing you can do about it. First, because I was actually talking with my dad because he always did like sales, like selling all kinds of things back in the day where you're like driving your car around like a crazy person. And he made really good money doing that, but it was a lot of grind. It was a lot of like, getting doors slammed in your face, like all kinds of things where as social media, we have like it cush because we can do it from home, but if your account goes down, like all your hard work is gone. You have to rebuild. And we've had to do this multiple times. And I think the biggest thing, like lesson that we've like kind of learned this week is we were like, we can't attach ourselves to these accounts anymore because it might even be
Mm.
why like this is happening. But one thing I was telling Maya this week for me personally is I kind of just realized because my second time was May 29th, was my birthday, everything went down again for me. And Maya's went down, Ashley's went down, like a couple other people like went down. And so there we go again. Like it was like December we started
Yep.
new accounts, and then literally, just around 6 months later, our accounts go down again. And it's like since that has happened, because we went in like fight or flight mode. Like we just were just like, like we were literally like I just feel like I'm out in the ocean and I'm literally like this, like treading freaking water just to like keep my head above, like panicking like every day of my life. And then I was just like telling Maya, I was like, and all I really needed to do was just kick my feet up and float for a while and figure it the fuck out. But I didn't do that because I am not that kind of person. Like I'm a go-getter. I'm a hustler. Like I will figure it out, right? I'm like, I have to figure it out. But if you don't rest and you don't take the time to just really stand back and like assess like what the next move is instead of just like going right back into it again, like I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this. You don't give yourself time to sit back and reflect and figure out the most strategic way to make this happen so that it's not going to happen again. Or maybe there's a reason why it happened because you need to make a little bit of a pivot. Like I don't think for a second it's ever because we shouldn't be doing high ticket or this isn't the company like that's our home. But I think that there are certain like triggers that like need to wake you up. That's like, okay, like yes, like the coolest thing about your business is that no matter what goes on, like you guys are still going to get paid, you guys are still good, like you guys are, you know what I mean? It's a business where you don't have to make like your people on your team don't have to be hitting different ranks every month just so that you can get your rank. Like once you're locked in, you're there. And so I had all the time in the world to just literally kick my feet up in that ocean and just like, okay, we gotta strategize a plan here to figure this out instead of panicking, like it just feels really good this week that I got like full confirmation because I literally gave it to God this week. I was like, okay, this keeps happening. Whatever I'm doing, I'm like resisting a little bit. Like obviously the sole purpose of this business is to help people. Like that's why I'm here. I know that's why you're here. We want to help people. But there's obviously something bigger right now that we need to be doing. And like in connection with what we're doing is just like how I feel, because this week when this happened and I was finally like, okay, God, like I'm not going to stress about this anymore. Like if the account doesn't come back, it doesn't come back. I'm just going to take a little bit of time off because I need to spend time with my family. I need to just say like fuck whatever is going on and just clear out that energy. And you guys, like maybe like 3 or 4 hours later, after that happened, one of the girls that like joined my team that had been here for like, I don't know, she's at least been here for like 6 months and hasn't really done anything because she wanted to be prepared, like came and she was like, I made my post, I'm ready to go, I got like 150 likes on it, like I got all these comments, like she's got two serious people that are like ready to go, and I'm just like, yes, like let's go, like this is, look, like I just stepped back and like look what happened. And then I had a girl come to me and said, I don't care what it costs. I need your mentorship for 90 days. Like, I don't care what it costs. And I was like, okay, well, it's $4,000 a month. She paid me in full $4,000 to work with me. And I was like,
Get it.
look what happens when I just was like, okay, God, I'm going to kick my feet back. I'm going to float. I'm going to just like take some time, because LeeAnn's not a take a time kind of person. Okay. When something happens, I'm like, we act now. What is the next strategy? What is going to happen here? Like, how do we do this? And it was like a second, I was like, okay, I'm putting my phone down. I'm going to like spend a little bit of time with the kids. I did. I come back to my phone and like both of those messages were there. And I was like, okay, I see you. I got you. You run the show. I'm going to kick my feet up and just go wherever you lead me. And it is like, I literally almost feel like the day that I started with this business, I was like so fired up to do it. Like that's like my spark and fire is like so back. And I feel like, we've been kind of like, we got things going on in the background that we're going to be working on and like kind of launching. And I'm just so excited because this is going to literally skyrocket our own personal business, but it's going to like also skyrocket our new business.
Oh my gosh. I know. I'm so excited for you, and I'm excited to see my friend and my business partner just have that fire again and to see you lit up again, because guys, it's so hard when you're just going through shit, right? And I know that like if you're listening or watching, however you're, viewing this content, like as an entrepreneur, as a woman, as a mom, like let's be real. Not every day is sunshine and roses and unicorns and like,
No.
it's hard out here. It is hard. Even when you're successful, even when you're making money, okay? Even when you got money in the bank, even if you are like at the top of your game, you can still be sad. You can still be stressed, right? You can still be dealing with the shit. And it's heavy on the heart sometimes, and that is why we lean on God a lot of times. And if you don't prioritize yourself and your family and God first, none of that other stuff matters. Like for
No, you're right.
real.
It's
None of
so
it
true.
matters. Because at the end of the day, that is what matters. Yes, money makes the world go round, and money does make life a hell of a lot easier, of course. That's why, we're in business and we do care about money. But at the same time, like, you can't take money to the grave with you.
Yeah.
Heaven is like, of course, where we all want to be. And like, when you go to sleep at night, you want to feel happy. You want to have a healthy marriage. You want your kids to be happy and healthy, and you want to feel good. So it's
Yeah.
like taking care of yourself and not being stressed to the bone every day. That's what matters. So like, make sure you do some self-care. Make sure you do rest, and
Yeah.
take care of yourself, and realize like, if you are continuously working 24/7, take a freaking break. Okay? Like your business will be there tomorrow. It's like not everything is a fire alarm. Okay? Not everything needs your immediate attention. And we were talking about this too, and I know we talked about this in a different podcast as well, but like if you're at a point in your business where you can start delegating, but you're a control freak, like it's okay to delegate. Like you don't have to do everything. And like that's something that we've also had to learn too, is, we don't have to control everything. We don't have to do everything, and we can still be successful here.
Yes. Yeah. I think my internet connection is being crazy again. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're back. You're good.
Okay. Okay, good. But no, like it really is. It's so true. You have to be able to I was like you were saying, like you built this freedom life, but you're like not really wanting to live it because you're like over here trying to like force things to happen that are just not ready to happen right now. And so I'm like, that's okay. And like now I just am like, I'm just feeling so good that I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna like unattach from this shit. Like I am
Yes.
done. Like I'm just so done. I'm detaching because I know that like, and I feel like that's like with like entrepreneurs. Like once like you can be successful, like you've already put it in your head, like it's already done. Like we've had success, and we have success. But for me, it's not so much like let's race to the next. It's like let's kick our feet up and like really figure out like what our next move is, because I feel as if a lot of times people will say, well, don't put your your eggs in too many baskets, because then like you can't like make one, like the main, like you want to make sure you focus on like your main one
Yeah.
first. Once
Yeah.
that's doing good, then you can put other eggs in other baskets and
Yeah.
do your thing. And I feel like that's our God's pushes for us. Like right now, it's like you have this basket is like good. Like it's like your little golden basket. And this baby is going to continue to just keep building. And amazing things is going to go on over there. So like, let's get something else going on over here. That's not only going to be like another incredible stream of income and another incredible outlet for us to just, like express like the one thing that we love to do, which is like coach women, like coach
Hmm.
them to be the most badass version of themselves, be able to coach them to let go of fear, and like detox the shit out of that and like really figure out what is holding them back from their like max potential. Like I just get so excited that I get to move into that, because we only get to really touch the surface of that in like our business that we do, because it's like, we're not like just solely coaching people on that because it's like a business and like you need business strategy. But like being able to do this in addition on top of that is like just so exciting for me, because it's something that I love to do. It's something that can be very lucrative, right? But the main stream of this is like we're gonna help so many people elevate in their businesses, whether it be with our business or be in any business. And so like I feel so good about that. And I feel like not only are we going to be able to help our team, which we've already like helped and we help constantly every single week and every day, but now we're going to be able to like expand that, because we've been able to get so much knowledge in like the last 2 years. Well, actually the last 10 years of being like working online,
Yes.
but I feel like we've gained so much in the last 2 years. I feel like, because when you move into a high ticket business model, there's so much more coaching involved, and it's been able to just help us level up so much more. And just being able to like now take that and like give it to other people is just going to be like so incredible.
I know. And like as you're talking, like I'm kind of thinking too. So I I don't know. And I look back at myself like 5, 10 years ago. Am I echoing? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you fine.
You're good? Okay. So
Hmm.
like 5, 10 years ago, I just feel like, you know how like when you graduate high school, you feel like you know it all? Or like you feel like
Yeah.
you're like 16 or 18, you're like, I can tackle the world, like I know it all. I feel like that's how I was when I was like in, my first network marketing company or two. Like I was like, nobody can tell me nothing. Like I know everything I'm doing. Like I'm good at this game. Like I know it. But it's like
Yes.
I really was just a baby in the game. I was just a baby in the sales world. And there was so much to learn. I was so naive. And I just want to give that girl a
Me
hug
too.
because she was trying, but she was headstrong. And, I really had to, I was humbled quite a bit. And that was something that I had to learn as I grew up. I definitely matured a hell of a lot over the last, I would say, 5, 10 years for sure. In my personal life, in my professional life, in my sales life, whatever. And that had to do with all kinds of different factors too. I also do think it had to do with, finding God in my life too, and all kinds of things that I just went through in general. Life
Mhm.
happens, and you grow up. You do. When you go through things in
You do.
life, you're forced to grow up. But like a lot of people, if you don't go through certain things and you don't expand your knowledge and you don't decide to continue to educate yourself, you don't realize how much more there is to learn and to grow. And there's so much more that they can learn. And I want to teach. Like I want to kind of shake people in like a good way, not shake them in a way like
Yeah.
you don't know, but shake them in a way like I want to help you. Like please, like let me show you the way. Like let us please help you just do this so much better and easier. Let us make your life easier. Let us help you change your posting a little bit. Like if we could just literally help people with content, on social media, or like, let me show you how to talk to people a little bit easier, because I feel like if we could talk to ourselves 5, 10 years ago, how much faster would we have had success in our
Yeah.
businesses? Right?
Mm, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right? Because of everything that we've
Mm-hmm.
learned. So now we can give the gift of hopefully knowledge with what we want to do now to help other people in their businesses where we used to be. So it's like
Yeah.
I'm excited to be able to do that.
Yeah, me too. Me too. And and it's like, having the knowledge of doing all the things, because there's a lot of people that have been in high ticket and have never done low ticket, and there's been people in low ticket that have never done high ticket, and I feel like we're very blessed. Like, I've done a little bit of everything. I've done low, I've done medium, and I've done high ticket.
Yeah.
Like, I've done it all, and I feel like in this industry, like, it's really important that you do experience it all, number one, but number two, if you have done it, you have like powerful knowledge because you know. And over the last 10 years, it has looked vastly different. You know what I mean? And even just in the last 6 months, like,
Yeah.
markets change, the world
Yes.
changes. We are moving into a time where it's like AI, like, people don't even want to show up and record content. They're having like their AI double do it. And that causes
Which
a
is kind
huge
of
stress.
freaky in a way, a little bit, because it's like, what?
I don't
I mean,
like
it's
it.
cool. I respect it, but it's also kind of freaky at the same time.
I don't like it. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like AI for certain things, like for funnels and for, like things of that nature where it's like behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, like, have all the AI, right? But I feel as if, and I mean, I could be wrong because I'm not like that much up in the times of AI, but I feel like, yes, it can create apps, it can do all of these things for you, but it can never be you.
Well,
And I feel
yeah.
like, you know what I mean? And I feel like it can never be you. And people don't want to partner into business with a robot or a fake AI thing online. Like, yeah, if you just want to like roll and sell like $25 Canva things or whatever, like, maybe that will work. But to build big businesses, like, you got to do that in person. At least businesses like what we're doing online. I mean, that's the whole point of like network marketing, is like network, right? Is
Yeah.
networking with people, not networking with like AI. I mean, there are some people, like, I understand if you want to do like a couple videos here and there that are AI or some pictures or whatever, but I feel like the root source is like going live and doing like live, like face to camera videos and being live in your stories. Like, that's how people get to know you and get to trust you.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of these people that do like AI stuff, and I feel like there's always trains, right? It's like, oh, we're gonna go do this because it's like really lucrative right now. And I know there's like the travel businesses out there, and it's like people love to travel, but people have to have money to travel. Just saying.
Hmm.
So, unless you're finding people that already have money, like, I don't know. I just feel like what we do, having a solution to help people make thousands per transaction, is never going to go out of style, like, ever. Like, it's just not.
Right.
And our product is obviously never going to go out of style. But I don't know. I feel like, for me, I feel like it's really, really important to keep the human to human interaction. I feel like that's really, really important. Like, I don't want to go with the AI. Like, I don't want to do that. Like, I feel like that's gonna kill like the sales industry. Like, that's what sales is. Like, it's like the human connection. Like, when you go to buy a car, if you go there and the salesperson is a complete fucking jackass, you're gonna go to another dealership and find a better sales guy. Like, I don't
Yeah.
want to just buy a car just because, like, I'm not doing business with somebody I don't trust, you know?
Yeah.
So where anywhere I would go, like, I don't want to do that. So for me, I just feel like it's just really important that we keep that alive.
No, I hear you. I hear you completely. Um, it is
And that's
interesting,
just my opinion.
to kind of think about the AI stuff, but
Yeah.
like, because it's coming. It's coming. And if you like
It's
look
not going anywhere.
online,
We can't stop it. We can't
we
stop it.
can't. But if you look on like Instagram and TikTok, I mean, people are intrigued by it. If you look on TikTok, there are people who will literally watch like robots, and they will like pay robots to just like sit there and do like a bunch of weird like stuff. And it's like, the world is just an interesting place, I will tell you. So it's like, I don't know, man. There are some weird people out there. And I know this is a little bit of a tangent, but like, I don't know. I'll stick with like the normalcy, I guess, in that realm. But
Me too. And I mean, and I don't, like I said, like, I don't feel like it's all wrong. I mean, I feel like, AI is coming, like, we're, like you said, we ain't gonna stop it.
yeah,
But we can make the choice. Like, because I feel like a reason why so many people are driven to it is because, oh, I don't have to make the content. Oh, I don't have to be the face on the account. Like, there's these faceless
it's
accounts.
an easy out. Yeah. When it comes to
Yeah.
sales, they look at it as like, and we were talking about this on our Monday training, because Lee and I host like we do all kinds of stuff, but we do like an individual like Monday training for our sales organization. We were talking about how people will like use crutches to like lean on different things instead of having to do the work themselves. It'll be like an easy out. And AI could just be like another easy, like, oh, I don't want to make content, or I don't want to take pictures of myself, or I don't want to do a video of myself. So like maybe I'll lean on AI to like do it for me. Or like I'll lean on ChatGPT to like write it for me, or I'll use this like AI generated image instead of like taking a picture for me. And it's like the more you lean on that, the more that you're not going to learn and grow. And it's like the more that you're just going to like not fucking do the hard shit because you're not going to want to do it. And then you're not going to develop any of the skills that you need to be successful. And at the end of the day, when somebody actually like, when you need to use those skills at the end of the day, when like a customer comes to you, or when somebody actually needs some information from you and you don't have it, you're going to look like a dupe, or, you know, like a douche. Like, you know, I'm trying not to say the word douche, but it's like, whatever.
I
I'm trying to think of a
love
different word, but you're
it.
going to look like it. But, you know, it's just like, you need to know this stuff. You do. You need to do the hard things to grow. You need to do the hard shit so that you can grow. I'm sorry. You can't get out of that. You can't get out of the hard work.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, I feel like, gosh, don't get into sales if you don't want to be like the face of your business, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because I would never go, like, I would never be somebody that's like, I'm gonna go and like do business with this robot. Like, sorry, like it's just not for me. Like, I'm just not gonna do that.
Yeah.
Or somebody that literally is like behind the screen, but they do everything AI. Like, there's not one video, like real video of them or whatever. Like, I'm just like that. That's why the trust recession is down, and that's why people are seeing in sales. It's like taking so many more touches for people to buy because this is just how it's gonna go.
Yeah.
But if you can get in the room with people that know how to get people to buy quicker because we, follow the market and like the strategies that work. And I feel like that is like the biggest difference. You have to move with the times, and it doesn't mean the times of AI, but like the times of doing things with matter. Like, for instance, like we have an incredible product, but we're not going to go out there and be like, buy my $6,000 water machine, because people don't prioritize their health. People will
No.
say that they do, but there's literally health people that literally are health coaches, like all this, but they literally drink bottled water. You know what I mean? They
No.
shower in toxic chemicals every day. And it's like, make it make sense. And I'm not the most like health conscious person, but like I just kind of feel like if you're not, everything has a market. It's just like why Lamborghini, you don't see a Lamborghini commercial, because people that fucking buy Lamborghinis don't watch TV. Like,
Yep.
they don't. Like, it was funny because Shelby Sapp, like, she's like obviously a millionaire and she's huge in the high ticket sales world, but she was like, oh yeah, like look at our beautiful TV that we don't watch because we don't watch TV and we're not fat and lazy. You know what I mean? And she's like, but they're like, because it's the truth. And it's like, but she's got like a fucking Rolls Royce, right? Because they're not marketing that on TV, because she just straight said it. We don't fucking watch TV. That's what lazy people do. And
Yeah.
so like it's true. It really is just true. And so you got to market where you're going to find your people, right? And so for us, we're not going to market a really expensive product online. Like, it just doesn't, unless, if that's your niche and that's important to you and that's how you want to market it, fine. But I have seen people in this business market it, the product, and market the business, what this business can do for you, the solution, right?
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, every time it works. It's, it
Yeah.
work. That's what
You
works.
got to talk about what people care about at the end of the day. You know, it doesn't matter what you're selling. You could be selling literally this speaker. You could be selling this protein. You could be selling a coffee mug, like whatever. But like, it's not about the protein. It's what the protein's going to do for you. You know, it's about like, what do people actually care about? What is it going to give them? People
Yep.
are inherently selfish. They only care about themselves. And that's the truth. They like, whether people want to admit it or
Yes.
not, they care about what is in it for them. So like talk about what they're going to get out of what you can give them. And that's how you're going to sell them. Like for real. And I just had a little bit of a thought when you were talking about the situation where people say they don't watch TV because they're like fat and lazy, you know, but that's also like, it's funny to say that, you know, to people who don't have kids, because like for me, all I watch on my TV is like Miss Rachel. So like for me, I'm constantly, and if you're like a newer mom, you get it. Like my head, I'm constantly singing Miss Rachel songs, like, skidamarinka-dinka-dink, skidamarinka-doo. You probably don't even know that right now. But, like, if you're, like, a new mom, like, these are the songs that are constantly in my head. So, like, I will do sales calls when I have Miss Rachel on in the background. So, like, you can still be productive, guys, and you can have TV on, but it's not for you. Maybe it's to distract your children. So I'm just going to say that. Maybe
Yeah.
the TV is on, but it's not for you. It's to distract the children in the background. So it doesn't mean that you can't be successful
I
if your
just,
TV is on. It might just be for the children because
no,
they're
no, no. You can
learning.
definitely have your TV on.
I'm just
No,
saying.
you could definitely be successful with your TV on, but I'm just saying she was like,
I
we don't watch
know.
TV.
I'm just
I don't
laughing
watch
because it's
TV. I
different.
really don't.
It's just different. Like, it's just,
Mhm.
I'm just laughing because that right there is like the difference between, and that was me too, though. That was my mindset before I had kids. It is such a difference. Like, BK. Like, okay, so you know how there's BC before Christ? There's BK before kids. BC before Christ, BK before kids, because your mindset will change once you have children. And if you don't believe me, have a kid and come back and listen to this and we will talk. Because it is a whole different life for your personal life, for your professional life, your business life, your marriage, your body, your boobies, everything after you have kids. Am I wrong? Like, for real, everything changes after you have
No.
children. It just does. The way that you think, the way that you feel, your hormones, your emotions, everything changes after you have kids. And it's wonderful, but it's also chaos
An
and
adjustment.
adjustment, and it's every season is different. Every, like, I used to watch videos
Mhm.
where it was like, you made it through the newborn phase, yay, and then the toddler moms are in the background like, just wait, and because it's like, just wait till the next season. But it's like, that's also just life,
Mhm.
and it's like, then you're still navigating like different, professional life with like sales and business, and it's like all that stuff still goes on in the background too. So this is just business and life and navigating it all while you're still learning and growing, and like, that's what we're here to talk about and be here for. And like, it's just funny to hear that advice of like that story of like, we don't watch TV because we're not fat and lazy. Well, honey, it changes when you have kids, because sometimes that shit is on when you're trying to distract your toddler who's hanging on your leg, and you're in your fucking pajamas from yesterday and you haven't showered in 2 days and the dishes are dirty, and like, it's just like, life changes, babe. It does. It does. And you can still be successful while
Oh
you're
no,
doing it
it
too.
definitely changes.
Yeah.
I was just like saying though, like people that can like afford, like that live like a very high lifestyle, like they're just not sitting around watching TV all day is like basically, what I'm getting at. But like, some people can do that. Like I also feel like I don't even have time to like read books. But then there's be really successful people that will sit and like read multiple books a week. And I'm like, how the hell do you fit that in? I don't know. I'm still working on that. But
My husband does.
but
He
yeah,
does
no, I would just
audiobooks. He
does he
does
read
audios a
books?
lot.
Yeah.
Well, he has
Yeah.
like a 30-minute drive to and from work, so I feel like that's his audiobook time.
Which
Yeah.
is nice. Like if I had a
Yeah.
drive, that's definitely what I would be doing too. But it's like when you're home, it's just completely like it's actually wild. Like I'm just like, what did I even do today? But I was like, kind of, I literally, I mean, I don't stop doing things, but I'm always just like, man, I wish I had time to like listen to this today. And it's like, I guess you just need to get better, like more intentional about your time. You know what I mean? Like with what you're
Mhm.
doing.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I just I feel like too, like, being intentional with time is so important when you have a career and a business and you're trying to manage people and a team and like momhood and like wifehood and everything. Because if you don't try to literally like set aside very specific time to just like spend even like one on one with like one kid, even if it's just like let's just do breakfast together, or like let's just like have like
Yeah.
special time, like, I don't know, like, let's read your favorite book for like before bed, or I don't know, take a walk together in the morning, something. It's like all of a sudden a week will go by and you'll be like feeling like you barely connected with them just because life gets so busy, and you don't want to prioritize like your business and everything. While that's great, I don't know, I just feel like family has to come first. It just does. And like you can still be successful, but you still have to have time for like your family within there too. You just do, like, don't forget about your family first.
Yeah, so true. So true. I like I've been like trying to be more intentional over the last like week with my kids so too, because it's like time goes so quick. They're like at school during the day, then they get home, they want to play for a little bit, then we want to do dinner, then it's bath time, then it's bed. And anyways, I had like parent teacher conferences like with the kids, and like Kensley's doing great, but they both, well, Kensley struggles just a little bit in like reading and writing. She's like right on grade level. But Crimson on the other hand, he's in like went from kindergarten to first grade this year, and he is definitely struggling a little bit with the like the letters and numbers and sounds. Like he's just struggling a little bit. And so anyways, I was like, well, let's just make it fun, and like every evening like we'll just do your flashcards. Like I made like alphabet flashcards, number flashcards, and
Aw.
then we're going to do like sight word flashcards, you know, and do those. And for a kid that like has like not like he hasn't been wanting to learn, but I told him like your teachers are a little bit concerned, you know, they want you to really work on these, and like you can only do so much at school, so you really need to practice when you're at home too. Because of the school they go to, like they're not big on homework, where like normal schools send home a lot of homework. They don't do that. So they kind of just like rely on you to like work with them a little bit while you're at home. So anyways,
I
he's been
actually
coming
really
every
like
night, like
that
so
though.
excited to like do this. Yeah. What? Go.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was just saying I actually really like that. I like that they don't send home homework. I think that's nice that they like allow
Oh, I
kids to
know.
just do schoolwork at school and have home time after.
Yep, the only way they get homework is if they just don't get their assignments completed in class, which is really, really nice. And so like they've only ever had like maybe like one each had like one time where they needed to like do something and it's like 5 minutes. But no, I do love that too. But like I just felt like so good that like he's excited to do this, and he's like, Mom, it's time to do my flashcards. And so like we did those last night, and he had a little sheet where he had to go where it's like the word at, and then it's like if you add an S on front of it, it's that. If you add an M on the front of it, it's Matt. Anyway, we were working on that last night, and he just looked excited. And like usually he doesn't want to read books because like he doesn't want to sit there and like listen to it, it's boring. Like I want to go run around the house and be feral, you know, like that's just them. They are busy, busy boys, like so
Yeah.
busy. Like they don't have time to sit and read a book. And so, anyways, it's just been really nice to be able to just find something that like he's excited about now. And so like he is excited about it. And it's giving me that time with him, which I feel is like,
Aw.
so it's like we're killing two birds with one stone. Like I'm getting the time with him, he's learning,
Yeah.
and it's fun, right? And like Colt's trying to do it too, because they're only 19 months apart, and like Colt is actually like he's probably not going to have much trouble in school because he just picks up things like really, really fast. It's funny how they're all so different.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then Kensley, like hers is great, like she was great, but he's also like got in trouble for, like apparently he tackled a kid on the playground, like. I've got my hands full with him. And they're like, you can't do that. And it was so funny because the teacher that is like telling me this, like you can just like okay, Montessori schools, they're very like you know, like they redirect, and it's like not, you know,
Yeah.
like, oh, like everybody's just gotta, it's like the Little House on the Prairie, like everybody's in the perfect world kind of place. And then there's
Yeah.
like my kid that's like I guess WWEing people on the like on the playground and like tackling them. I'm just like, oh my God. And the way she said it, she was like, well, I mean, he straight tackled the boy. It's like how she like said it. I'm just like
Well,
I'm like sitting on like the other side of the phone, just like, oh my gosh. I was like, yeah, he is a boy, you know? And they were like, yeah, well, at his age, it's a little concerning because he gets a little bit angry, you know, and it's like,
oh
what do you
God.
want me to do? Like,
Yeah.
I tried to tell you these kids are feral. Like, they're
Yeah.
feral. And, you know, and it's so, anyways, but anyways, I talked with him about that this week. I know this is kind of like off subject, but it just made me kind of think about it
No, this
because
is mom life.
I
This is
feel as if
life.
that was like yeah. I just feel like it was like a confirmation, like, okay, LeeAnn, like, I think he needs a little bit more time from you. You know what I mean? Like, there's just like these things where, you know, when you're, like you said, like, you're in this business, like, business, like, I got to do all of this. like sometimes you forget the most important things, and it's like, so then this, like, it's just been nice because I'm like, okay, like I'm spending this time with him, and that could deter him from like having aggression issues anymore, because like he's getting extra time from mom, and like we're like learning together, and he's going to be getting better at that, and it'll just be all the way around great. You know what I mean? So it's just, for any of you moms out there that, are kind of going through it with your kids, just give them a little extra time, because I think that is really the biggest thing, is like, what's just another like 30 to 45 minutes to just give them a little extra time, I think that's, and I have 3 of them, so I need to give like an hour and like a half a day to all of them, just give them a little time. But it's like Colt, but it's nice because Colt's home, so I can give him a little time, and like do a puzzle, or like, do whatever with him during the day. And then when the bigger kids get home, like I do Crimson's flashcards with him, and then Kensley, like she loves to lay in bed and just talk. Like that's her time where she just like wants to lay in bed and like talk about like whatever's going on in her life. So yeah, so it's like just make that little extra time, give them that 30 minutes, because it makes the world of a difference. And like you said, then you don't go the whole week and be like, wow, I just like didn't even catch up with my kid, because 30 minutes a day for each of them is like huge, and I'm making that like a top priority, because like what's an hour and a half out of the day to just like dedicate to them.
Yeah, absolutely. You're such a good mama. Oh my gosh. Your kids are so lucky to have you.
Yeah.
You're
Oh,
welcome.
thank you. I don't feel that like most days, because there's like I said, like I am a workaholic. So it's really hard for me, but I was like, like I have to do this, and like this is what I'm gonna do, and I just really feel good about it. And we started going to church just like a couple weeks ago. So there's that. There's just like big changes, and I just feel really good, because it's like, even though business has been kind of crazy like the last year, I just feel like it all lines you up. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
everything kind of just lines up if you just literally move, you just got to move in faith, and you got to like let it go, right? Like there's always more money coming. But you can't get back the days with your kids. And like that is like
Mhm.
the one thing that I have just been like really big on in the last 2 weeks. I'm just like, I'm doing this for them. I have to enjoy them now. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Like I don't want 10 years to go by and be like, what the fuck? Like, where did that go? you know?
I know. I know, because the time does go so, so fast. I was chatting with somebody, at my church group the other week, and we were talking about Christmas time, about like, what do you remember from Christmas as a kid? And we were all kind of thinking about things, and none of us remembered like the gifts. None of us remembered like the big expensive gifts as a kid. All of us like have remembered very specific
I
like
was just
times.
talking about this. This is so weird. Yes,
Really?
I was
Yeah,
just
all
talking
of
about
us.
this too. It's so weird that you're bringing this up.
Yeah, well, we're always in alignment. Always.
We
We were
are. We
talking
are.
about we were talking about how you always remember that time or that special like moment with people that matter to you. And it's funny because I feel like a lot of us prioritize, oh, I want to spend a lot of money, or like, it's a lot about, expensive things or whatever. And as children, they don't really care about that. They don't care if you spend $100 or $5. They just want to
Mm-mm.
spend time with you. They don't care if you get them a cardboard box and like, but they want you to spend the time in the box. They want you to make a fort with them. Like these are the things that actually matter, right? It's the memories, the experiences.
Yeah.
They want you. They want you to be present.
I know, it's so true. And I'm sorry if it feels like I'm cutting you off, because I think we're like off sync a little bit. Because it sounds like it's weird. I don't know what's going on today. But it's probably my freaking Wi-Fi. The wind is insane here. But no, I love that you were saying that, because I just was thinking the same thing, which is why I took Colt to Great Wolf Lodge, because I was like, he will remember that. I asked all the kids, I was like, what did you guys get for your last birthday, and what did you guys get last year for Christmas? Nobody knew except for like one gift. I think they each like could remember one gift, that they got. And it was like confirmation that it's like kids don't, like, you want to like fill the tree up with like 30 gifts for each kid to make it look like they've had this, like, and I'm guilty of it because I did. My parents, like, they always made sure like I had like all these gifts to open, and it was like, all amazing. And but the biggest thing is like none of that really mattered. Like if my mom would have got me nothing, or maybe just like Santa just brought like a couple things, but like they went and took me and did things with me, like that's what I'm gonna remember. You know what I mean? I'm gonna remember that special time that we went and did whatever. So, anyways, that's why we took Colt to Great Wolf Lodge, because we were like, this is what's important. Do you know what I mean? And he is not a party person. He doesn't like big groups of people. Like it's just really not his thing. So, we were trying to like, he's like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, do we want to invite all these people? And he's like, I just really don't want a whole lot of people. Like, cause he just doesn't like that. And he's like my little introvert.
Yeah.
And so, anyways, he was like, I want to go somewhere. And he kept saying he wanted to go to the beach. But I'm like, but our beaches are cold. It's not going to be fun. So then I found the indoor water park. And so, anyways, we went. And this year for Christmas, we're going to go to Disney instead and just do like 3 day. Well,
Oh
it's a
my
week.
God.
Our So our friends have timeshare, and so like they're gonna let us like go with them and like stay there. So like that part is free. So we just have to pay for like the parks, and like whatever we do. And I was like, okay, well, this is an incredible opportunity that I can't pass up. Like, thank you so much for inviting us. And then I was like, well, let's just make it like, because we're leaving the day after Christmas to go, and we're gonna like road trip it. Like, we're just gonna make it like really fun. And we rented like a 15 passenger
Oh my God.
van, and like we're gonna just have so much fun. But anyways, I told the kids, and I just like told them, I was like, you're gonna get your few gifts from Santa. I was like, but your guys' gifts this year is this trip. I said, because let me just tell you, this is something that you guys will remember forever. But that's like why I asked them, what did you get for Christmas? And none of them could say. And I was like, that's why gifts aren't important. And why it's important that you guys have
Yeah.
been wanting to go to Disney. You've been wanting to do this for years. And now you're going to go, and you're never going to forget that trip. And they were just like, we're like, but they don't care about gifts. Like, they're ready to just go to Disney. So it's funny that you say that, because that is literally like, my mentality is like, we're doing experiences. We're not buying a bunch of shit that nobody needs to sit in the house that breaks. Like, we just don't
Yep.
need it.
Yep. Absolutely. I think that's so wonderful. And I feel like that's what I want to do for my family too, growing up. And like, it matters so much to children, is like just giving them those positive memories, because like that's at their core, that's what they're going to bring into their adulthood, is like those memories, like with their family. Like that's what they're going to look back on. Absolutely. I love it.
I know, like 100%. I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with it. I tell everybody, like, I know, like, because they'll always be like, I can't think of what to get my kids. And I'm like, take them on a day trip somewhere. And you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be super
Yep.
expensive. Like,
Anywhere.
just
Go
go
on a road
do
trip.
something with them. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, just like take the day. It'll literally, like budget it out like $300. You're not going to spend more than $300, gas, food, whatever. And you don't have a lot of money, because you're going to spend at least $300 to have a birthday party anyways. And like buy gifts and
Yep.
all the things. But
Food,
like you can literally
everything.
spend the same amount of money and go on a trip. Yeah. Like you can do the same.
Mm-hmm. 100%. Absolutely. Gosh, I love
It's
that.
wild.
Well, okay, I feel
It's
like we
actually
should
wild.
end this podcast. We should end this one, and then we could either start a new one, or everyone, I feel like we're at 40 some minutes with this one.